What's going on YouTube? OCD for EDC here, and what I got for your face balls today, we're going to be taking a look at some really amazing new TwoSun knives. But first, I'm back home from Blade Show 2021. It was an absolute blast. We had a really good time. I was actually sick throughout the whole entire thing, which really sucks, and I'm just kind of getting over whatever I had. Wasn't the Rona, so didn't have any issues that way, but I was not feeling my best the entire time, which really sucks. But we made the most of it. I went down with Mr. BJ Hill from Hilltop Knives and Gear. Shout out to BJ. If you're not following him, go check out Hilltop Knives and Gear. But this is where you can follow me. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my Patreon, and then of course on Instagram as well. Go and sub to us over on Instagram. We're doing a lot more things there these days, and yeah, there'll be some fun new stuff coming up there. So let's get into this. We've got a new package from TwoSun, and this was actually supposed to arrive the day I left for Blade Show, and it didn't show up that day. It ended up coming a couple of days later, so when I got home late last night, it was here. So I'm excited. I actually got to handle both of these knives at Blade Show. Mr. Sean Hassan was there from Tepe Design, and he had a booth set up showing off a lot of TwoSun knives. He also had a few of his own models, and it is no secret that I love Mr. Sean Hassan's designs. This here is the Hornet 2. I have a whole bunch of Sean's designs. This is the Killage, absolutely gorgeous. And these two knives, the Hornet 2 and the Killage, these two were not made by TwoSun, although he does have many that were, like this one right here. This is, I don't remember the number on this one, but anyway, this was a Tepe design, amazing knife, TwoSun made in S110V, titanium frame lock, absolutely gorgeous knife. And then we also have the TS-204 Bronc, just an absolutely gorgeous knife. This was a collaboration between Sean Hassan and Matt Szymanski. Just a gorgeous knife. S90V on this one. And then I also do not remember the number on this one here, but again, amazing knife, Tepe design. It's absolutely beautiful. Full carbon fiber, liner lock, tie clip. Yeah, gorgeous knife, M390. She's a beauty. And then we also have the 177 Maverick. This one I've modded, done a little anno work on, but beautiful little knife there. So these are a handful of the Tepe design knives that I have in my collection, and I love every one of them. They are, yeah, some of my favorites, that's for sure. But we're going to get into this package right here. And for this, I'm actually going to use my wife's Para 3 lightweight, which she absolutely beat the shit out of this weekend while I was gone. Apparently, she just stomped it into the dirt, I guess. I'm not really sure, but yeah, Molly was using the heck out of this Para 3 lightweight while I was gone. So let's get into this package here real quick. I'm going to have to sharpen this thing up. I can see that already. She really beat on it. So, good for her. All right, we've got two brand new TwoSuns. Both of these I'm super pumped for. Like I said, I got to handle both of them down at Blade Show. So let's get into it. One of these is a Tepe design, and it's that one right there. Beautiful. This is the TS-328. Let me cut this open quick because it does have some tape on here. Man, Molly really beat up that Para 3. That thing definitely needs some time on the stones. Let's get in here. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's beautiful. So, A little bit. It's not the exact same milling as on the Maverick, but still textured tie. Now the Maverick is a frame lock, and you can see that the clip here is very reminiscent of the clip on the 328. But unlike the Maverick, you can see this one here is a liner lock. You can see the liner in there, which I really enjoy because you don't have to worry about putting pressure on the lock bar. So I really like titanium liner locks. They're very nice, and there's several knives out there that are similar, like the new tactile turn Rockwall, very similar construction, as well as the quiet carry Waypoint is very similar to this as well. Now this is a little bit bigger knife than both of those. I think those are more in the 3-inch category, and the 328 we've got full titanium textured tie, and it's a beautiful liner lock. It's got quite a bit of internal milling. You can see down in there, if you can see those weight relieving pockets. It is perfectly centered. This one is M390. You can see I got number 46. Absolutely gorgeous blade. And let's get a couple measurements on this thing real quick. This isn't going to be a full review or anything, but we're just going to take a look at a few specs. So 3.59 inch blade. It's a pretty good size. Handle length, right at 5 inches, 5.029, and thickness is 0.530. We will also get a weight on this thing. It feels so good. This is just a fantastic knife. If you like titanium liner locks, this one is really, really great. So just under 5 ounces, and yeah, it's a beauty. This thing's going to be awesome to do some mod work on. It's a fantastic knife. The clip works extremely well. While I was at the show, I put that one in my pocket a little bit. Action on it is exactly what you would expect from TwoSun, riding on ceramic bearings. Action, oh yeah, just right out of the box, it's perfect. Yep. Lock bar tension, detent, it's absolutely fantastic. Let's see, can we, yes, you can Spidey flick it. Works well. Now, it's got these little divots on either side of the flipper tab. Kind of interesting. Just gives it a little visual interest there. It's got it on both sides. Very, very nice. And you can see the hardware here. There's actually a screw right underneath the clip. But the hardware is all flush. The texture that's on the tie does not hinder this going in your pocket at all. Oh, yeah. Yep, slides right in the pocket. Like I said, the clip is great, and it's pretty deep carry. You know, you're looking about right in that range, and yeah, very, very nice. Got a tie back spacer here with a lanyard point. Man, it's beautiful. I really love Sean's designs. I mean, he just does such a great job. They're just gorgeous designs. They really, really are. And you know, TwoSun just bringing all sorts of value to the table here. You know, you can pick this thing up for under $200. M390 titanium on ceramic bearings, liner lock, milled tie clip. I mean, really, you can't ask for anything more. Let's see here. I can't really tell if it's got a detent ramp. Let's see. No, I don't think this one does have a detent ramp. Yeah, but a lot of TwoSuns do. Now this one right there, the detent ball is already up on the blade tang, so the geometry on this is perfect. So right there, when you release the lock, the flipper tab comes down and hits your thumb and stops the blade. Get your thumb out of the way and she slides right down. So very, very nice. Awesome design, Sean. You knocked it out of the park yet again. Just amazing knives. And I got to hang out with Sean a little bit down at Blade Show. It was really awesome getting to meet him in person. We've chatted online over the years, and yeah, it was really fantastic getting to meet him, and just a phenomenal guy, really super guy. I also picked up one of his leather slips. This comes from, I can't remember the guy's name. He did say it when I was out there, but this is a guy out of California that makes the leather slips, and it's beautiful. This thing smells so good. Oh, it's some of the best smelling leather that I have ever had. It's absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, this slip it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then, Tepe doing it right with the cards. These are actually aluminum business cards, and they're just, yeah, beautiful. But go and follow Sean on Instagram, and yeah, always coming out with just beautiful designs, and the 328 is definitely one of those, no doubt. All right, let's get into the other package here. Now, this is a night morning design, a highly anticipated TwoSun. This is the TS-313, 313, and it is TwoSun's very first button lock. You can see the button right there. So let's get into this. I'm going to cut this tape. Man, I'm kind of blown away at how much Molly beat this knife up while I was gone. But good for her. I'm happy to see her use the stuff, and she definitely threw a whooping on the Para 3 lightweight. That's no doubt. This thing's dirty as all hell. Nice. Okay, let's wipe the oil off this thing real quick. Get the oil off the blade. All right, this is the TwoSun 313 button lock. Absolutely gorgeous knife. Full titanium, and I don't think I've ever seen another titanium button lock. BJ and I were talking about it, and I can't think of a company that did a tie button lock. I mean, most of the time, ProTech does a lot of button locks, but they're all aluminum handled, and pretty much, the real steel Griffin aluminum. There are some G10. I'm trying to think. There was the Brian Tie, the Tie Fighter from CRKT. Those were FRN. But yeah, I can't think of a tie button lock. You guys put it up in the comments if you know of a full titanium frame button lock. But you can see here we've got a lanyard attachment point, but from the side it's just so clean. You got this kind of fuller that runs the length of the handle with holes. Kind of oversized thumb stud. Really beautiful. Nice milling on the thumb stud. Both sides. And then you've got this pivot collar here that's got milling around it. And yeah, just absolutely gorgeous. You've got a gear pattern backspacer that runs, I don't know, 2/3 of the knife. Just beautiful. Nice big swedge on the blade. Absolutely gorgeous. And we've got a little bit of a Tanto blade shape, but a clip point, and it is hollow ground. Also M390 blade steel. So you've got full titanium button lock, M390, night morning design. Just absolutely gorgeous. This is riding on double row ceramic bearings, and oh yeah, it's really good in hand. Very, very good in hand. Gorgeous. Action is perfect. Now, there was one, so Sean had a couple of these down at the show, so I did get to handle them. And actually, BJ ended up going home with one. I actually picked it up at the show, and then BJ and I did a little trading and whatnot, and he wanted it. But the one of them that Sean had on the table there did have a little bit of lock stick, but I don't imagine it will be an issue. I think it was just brand new, may have had a little bit too much oil on it or something. But this one, the detent is a little bit stiff, but is good. No lock stick. Yeah, this thing's gonna be beautiful. Absolutely fantastic, perfectly centered. Just an awesome knife. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get a couple stats on this thing real quick. All right, so just under 3.5 inch blade, 3.416. And then, let's see here. We got 5.48 handle thickness, a little thicker where the button is. And yeah, you can absolutely swing it out with the button. Action on it is just fantastic. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go grab a couple of tools here, and we'll tear this thing apart and see what we got going inside. All right, y'all, we're back in. Before I tear this apart, I'm going to, first off, I'm going to weigh the 313 here. Let's get a weight on this guy. 5.7 ounces, 5.776. So not a crazy lightweight knife, but absolutely beautiful. And we're also going to check the factory edges on both of these. You know the drill. Always got to check the factory edges on them as soon as they come out of the box. Let's see what we're working with here. Tear that out. All right, let's do the 328 first. All right, here we go. $150 on the TS-328. Very, very nice. What we're looking for here is something less than 200 on the sharpness tester. So 150, very, very nice factory edge. Here we go. 125 on the 313. Very nice. So both of those knives, very, very good factory edges. And let's see what we got. Generally, everything is T8 hardware. So we'll see what we're working with here. Looks like everything is T8. Yes. So I was really happy to see TwoSun do a button lock. Yeah, and it's a really cool design. Something from Night Morning, which that guy just puts out a tremendous number of designs. All right, so you can see here we've got a hardened steel washer that is surface ground. Absolutely beautiful. Got quite a bit of weight relieving here. We do have a little piece of titanium there. So we'll get that all out of there. See, they did a very nice job with the back spacer. Okay, so pretty standard fare on the button and the spring. There's the double row ceramic bearings. Oh yeah, very nice. Awesome. Yeah, it looks really, really good. Got another little piece of tie there. So could have done a little bit better job of cleaning this one up, I guess. But hey, not a big deal. Just some little burrs there. No big deal. All right, let's go ahead. I'm just going to clean this up really quick. I'm just wiping everything down. Get all that oil and gunk off there. Oh yeah. So there you can see the other side. Now we did have a D shape on this side here, be the lock side. So it is not a free spinning pivot, which is fantastic. Where is the pivot? All right, pivot screw, and then there's your D shape on the pivot screw. Okay, let's get that in. Orientation is correct. Let's throw a little, actually before I do that, I'm gonna put this piece of hardware in, get the back spacer thrown down. Excellent. Now I'm going to put a little bit of lube on there. Excellent. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to throw a little bit more lube down here. Awesome. Get the other bearing on. Now, oh, my pivot screw spun on me, so let's get that. All right, get that in the correct orientation. Now, it should be good to go back together. Get the spring in there. Just like that. T8. Once we get this pivot screw in, we're pretty good shape at that point. Get these other two screws in. Yeah, so they just did an awesome job on this knife. Like I said, just really pumped to see them do. You can see the centering there. Perfect. I got it. The pivot's too tight. There we go. Oh yeah. Got a little bit of blade rock right now. Rock solid. This thing is so good. Yeah, that thing's gonna break in beautifully. While we're here and we got all the stuff out, let's take a look really quick on the 328 just to see what we're dealing with here. I have a pretty good idea what this is going to be like, but yeah, they always do a fantastic job, and TwoSuns are so easy to pull apart, clean them up, throw them right back together. There we go. All right, so you can see a lot of weight relieving here on the titanium. Got internal stop pin and that liner lock, really nice. You can see the 2 screws here holding the liner in, and you've got this locating pin plus the 2 body screws, and then you've got the relief cut right there. So very, very nicely done. And of course, you know, the machining is beautiful. Again, a D-shaped pivot, so no free spinning pivot. And so we also have double row ceramic bearings on the 328. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm just cleaning this up here real quick. Get these bearings cleaned up. Excellent. So we've got a lot of weight relieving on the show side scale here. Here's a nice little back spacer. Get the oil off of that. And man, a tremendous amount of weight relieving on the show side. You can see the D shape there. Again, hardened steel washers. Yeah, man, this thing's gorgeous. Sean's designs are just really, really fantastic. And then, you know, TwoSun executes them extremely well. If you've never handled a TwoSun, I encourage everyone to do so, because they're just fantastic knives, and for the quality of the designs and the materials that you're getting, really, you know, it's the best bang for your buck. It truly is. You don't have to worry about, you know, a lot of the kind of lesser known names from China. You know, there's been some issues over the years with them not using the steels that they mark on the blade. That's not the case here with TwoSun. All of these have been independently tested, and they're not only are they the correct materials, but they always do a good job on the heat treat. You know, there have been a few, you know, when they very first started using S90V, it took them a little while to really get it nailed, but when they did, it worked out awesome. And they just they do a fantastic job. Now I'm just using a little KPL heavy on the detent path. So I'm just going to put a little bit right there in the detent hole. And here we go. Let's go back together. Perfect. And I am confident this will be perfectly centered once we get this back together. And yeah, it's just, you know, for a production knife, to have them be easily disassembled and reassembled and be, you know, perfectly centered, lock up, be just right, you know, that just shows really good manufacturing tolerances. And yeah, you know, custom knives are a little bit different. Handmade knives are a little different, but you know, you should be able, for a production knife, you should be able to disassemble and then reassemble, and it'd be just like that right there. Oh yeah. Absolutely locked up beautifully. No lock rock, no blade play. Just fantastic. Really, really good in hand. Just a really, really nice neutral grip on this knife. Yeah, you just can't beat that. Absolutely gorgeous. Sean, you killed it, man. The 328 is absolutely beautiful. And Night Morning did a fantastic job with the 313 button lock. Just a really really awesome unboxing here. Super pumped with both of these. Both are full tie M390, and like I said, you can buy them both for under $200. I don't know of another manufacturer that is making this quality of a piece with these materials that is sub 200 bucks. I don't think it exists. If it does, let me know. I'd love to check them out, but right now I'm pretty sure that this is about the only place you're going to find these type of designs, this type of material, and these kind of prices. So anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that. The TS-328, the TS-313, both of them are fantastic. Go check them out. I'm going.